What's good? Man, I don't know why. Man, every time we get on this show, man, it's always some mess. You can't ever just get on, man. God, dog.
Oh man, it's become our signature right now at this point.
It's our signature. You already know it's Herschel and Dion. Can't get right.
Showing their own intro. Yo, what is good, man? What is good, DCL fam? Good to be back, man. Good to be back.
It is good to be back, man. Been a long time, man. We got a hot topic this morning, and let me go ahead and put this disclaimer out here. Y'all been kicking, screaming, punching, shooting, murdering, everything about this character. Y'all been going off about Black Panther. And DC is probably sitting back like, damn, we need a T'Challa moment. So it came to, we're just going to jump right into it. We ain't going to warm y'all up. We're just going to throw the eggs on a hot skillet and start cooking. Listen, Gunn met with Ryan Coogler. Let me just let that marinate right now. They started talking about maybe some future endeavors. A lot of rumors about that going out, and a lot of reputable sites. Let that marinate. So there's even been a new rumor, strong rumor that's going out that James Gunn is happy with the movie. He's also happy with Mr. Terrific. And he wants to potentially do a spinoff of just Mr. Terrific. And he also wants to do a spinoff with Jimmy Olsen, which nobody asked for. But you know how they do. They got to give us stuff that they want to see. And they don't care so much about that the fans really care about Jimmy Olsen like that. But I think sometimes they give us the supporting cast of bigger characters so that you can kind of, so you don't have to pay the Superman salary, but you can get Superman-ish things. If I could uneloquently kind of go on about that.
No, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So why do you got T'Challa up here, man? You know how we feel about that. And why you can't let Mr. Terrific just have his own lane? Why we always got to compare? Because y'all always compare. Y'all always say it's the greatest movie in the world. Cool. So what can DC do right now to get their moment? They deserve to have a moment with their Black character. And I know some of you guys who, I don't want to call it red pill or black pill, but you guys are very narrow-minded with your Black characters in DC. You think DC only got like 5 or 6 of them, and they never do anything with any other of those characters. Because ironically, when they do, nobody shows up. They didn't know about it. The marketing is always horrible. It's always a conspiracy. I know the only 2 characters you guys care about, 4 characters you guys care about, and I could call them the big 4 potentially. It's Static, Icon, Green Lantern, and Cyborg. You don't even believe any other characters really exist enough to get butts in a seat. Well, man, I'm about to swipe away. What does this have to do with Ryan Coogler? Why you got Black Panther on your thumbnail? Listen, I think potentially over time they can work up to a T'Challa-like moment. The problem is that the time that T'Challa came out, again, I always reference this, we were in a different time. This was during Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, I Can't Breathe. It was a lot of Black hate going on. All of a sudden, here comes this African king that's a superhero that was a zillion miles away from Meteor Man, right? Everybody jumped on it. You ain't gonna have that same type of magic today. But I think Coogler is gonna do one of 2 things. They did have a discussion. the first thing he probably said was, "Man, I really like Sinners. I like some things that you did in Ironheart. Let's see if your contract will allow you to jump over here on the Marvel side of the world." And I think he wants him to do some type of horror type of movie. And I think he also probably wants him to lead Mr. Terrific. But like my sources tell me, is that when it comes to Ryan Coogler, it is going to be a Bay movie. It's going to be about it's not going to be about Mr. Terrific. It's going to be about Ryan Coogler's experiences. He's going to put that into the film. But I just don't think. So let's start here. What did you think about Superman the movie? Because you saw it, I have not. I want you to be able to speak on that.
I bet. So obviously, man, it's Superman hype is real. Went with some friends. A couple of them wore some Superman shirts. Got comments from people. We went to the Ultimate Mall. People were like, "Yeah, did you see the movie?" So like the general public knows about the film and how there's excitement for it. But for me personally, I'm kind of a film critique. Because I kind of understand the magic behind the lens and everything. I think it was a solid entry for James Gunn. I give it an average 7 out of 10. I give it three out of five
Wow.
stars. I think it
Wow.
was and this is just me. I'm not the biggest Superman fan. That's as well. So I'm not the biggest Superman fan.
But you've seen all the Superman films, correct?
Yeah, I've seen the one with Christopher Reeve. I've seen the Man
all the way
Steel.
up.
Yeah.
Right.
But this is a solid summer blockbuster film. I think you could take your families there. I think the Superman fans are very happy. It's very comic book. The way the cinematography is in some of the scenes, they're like very comic book inspired. I think everyone gave a good performance, and you're gonna be entertained. This is not some of the stuff is cliche. There's some James Gunnisms in there with jokes. Having his friend hooking up his friends with cameos. And things like that. But overall, I think this is a good start to the new era of DC and what they wanted. There's definitely a little bit more passion and heat than some of the colder MCU entries in the last year and a half. So
there's more smiles, there's more light
yeah.
in this one versus it being dark like Snyder.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. They did a complete palette swap. So the Snyder fans, they may not dig it, but I think the general public is gonna dig this a little bit more than what Zack Snyder did with Superman. This is definitely more of a emotional, down to earth. I mean, he can get beat up. They kind of made him more relatable in this film instead of this 10 out of 10 stud super god.
So we got a good film on our hands.
We got a good film.
However, I'm not hearing enough noise about Mr. Terrific. I know the movie just dropped today. The movie been out this whole week, bro. Limited theaters. Mm-hmm. And I know how we get social media gets, and I'm not the pulse of social media, but I am not hearing a ton of noise on Mr. Terrific. And I just don't think Mr. Terrific, outside of the DC cartoon, I don't think he has fans like that. I think he has people that are like, oh, he's cool. Oh, yeah, he's one of the smartest people. They'll use him for an argument, but they're not like, oh, I'm going to buy his merch. I'm going to go get me one of those jackets. I'm all in. T-spheres, the whole nine. Did you catch that vibe coming out?
Yo, so Mr. Terrific, we all know the deal with the actor Eddie Gathegi, who was in X-Men First Class, right?
Yeah, here we go.
He played Darwin.
Everybody's gonna cry about that. Hold on. Let me say this. People love to get on Darwin. So he shouldn't have died. He's such an important character, and don't even know what he looks like in the comic books, bro. He doesn't even look anything like that. Y'all can care less. We get it was just a movie moment that killed off a black guy. It's a soft part. It's horrible. But please don't come over here with all this Darwin is this, Darwin is that. Come on, bro. Come on. His action figure set on the shelf at Ross for $8 of all places. Y'all was die hard like that. Y'all to put y'all money up. Come on, man.
Yeah, but I mean, so right? Oh, he died first in X-Men First Class. You see him casted for Mr. Terrific. You're like, I wonder if James Gunn knew the backlash a little bit from the fan base when it came to that. So surprisingly, Mr. Terrific of all the heroes has the second most screen time. Surprisingly, they gave him a lot of time to shine. He was with Lois Lane. He was with Superman. He had a lot of screen time, more than I thought. So they allowed him to shine, man. They gave him some cool action moments. They gave him some funny dialogue. He kicked butt. I'll say this. He definitely kicked butt. And I think he came out of this stronger than like Cyborg in the whole Snyderverse. You know what I'm saying? I think he has a little bit more just he's not boring. He's not boring. He's not too stereotypical. Um
He's
I
not.
think they
Whoa,
found that
whoa, whoa. Let's
balance.
back up. Let's back up.
Uh-huh.
He's not. He's not too stereotypical.
Like let's just say he doesn't have like he's not being like black street
He's
culture or
not
nothing
Luke
like that.
Cage. He's not
He's
Luke
not Luke
Cage
Cage.
from the '70s.
Yeah, he's
All
not
right.
Ratchet. He's not giving that Luke Cage energy, Sweet Christmas and all that stuff.
Are
But
we able to see? Is he the smartest person in the movie? Lex Luthor's
it's
there too.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd say he's the smartest person in the film. Over Lex Luthor. I didn't like Lex Luthor in this film, to be honest with you. I thought they kind of sunned him a bit. He lost some of his bite, but I think he's the smartest in the film. They didn't go into his back. They didn't tell you about his backstory. They weren't, they was just let's just introduce the character, make him cool as possible, and see if people will like him. I can see people rocking some more Mr. Terrific jackets at a convention, and I think he's now gonna possibly garner a fan base than before.
Yeah, man. Because that's one thing we lack as a culture. We don't have multiple fan bases die hard with multiple
Hmm.
black characters. We just don't. We only get the 4 or 5 popular ones, and that's it. That is it. DC side of the world, Cyborg, Green Lantern, Static. That's it. That's it. I mean, rarely do you see anybody. I mean, Vixen or whatever, but it's like it's so spotty. It's
Yeah.
so spotty. But then with Marvel is just well, let's just do Blade, Miles, Storm, T'Challa. That's it. And then you'll have the spotty blue Marvel here and there, But we just I just want to see somebody else eat big time. But
Hmm.
I always
You're gonna get that in this. I think James Gunn made it very clear he wanted Mr. Terrific to shine. And Mr. Terrific shined, yo. I got no complaints. I'm not the biggest Mr. Terrific fan, but I think if you're a hardcore fan of this character, you're gonna be like, yo, I'm pleasantly surprised. I think they did a good job with him in this.
so let's get back to Ryan Coogler. I'm pretty sure there's some contract stuff that he's got to work on. I don't see. So, a couple of things. When we talk about Mr. Terrific, a lot of people don't know, probably don't care, but he's a member of the Justice Society of America, which has 2 other black characters that are on there. Well, 3 other. You have the Amazing Man, but the Amazing Man was out during the '40s. You have Jakeem Thunder, which is one of the most powerful black superheroes in all of comics. He literally has a genie that does whatever he wants. Literally, he can do whatever he wants besides kill people, nullify powers, teleport him. So it's only based off his imagination. And then you also have the Crimson Avenger. But that sounds like a project for James Gunn and not Ryan Coogler. I think they think Ryan Coogler is going to work best doing like a solo feature.
Hmm.
I'm just not so sure I want him to do. He's not going to do Green Lantern. They already got that going. I don't really. I'm not really feeling Black Lightning like that. But I think Ryan Coogler could take Black Lightning up. But but Milestone is not going to happen. You already said it's complex. I don't really think there's nothing going on with Static. Now they might try to push for it. And he might try to get Coogler in line. And the name of the game nowadays is get certain directors signed and off the boards, so they're
Hmm.
not pulled in so many different projects. They can't focus on this one and make it a banger.
Yeah, I think Static makes the most sense, especially after the Riri Williams series, and that's right up Ryan Coogler's bag. If they could legally get those contracts done, that'd be great. But if not, I can see possibly Mr. Terrific spinoff. It just depends if Ryan wants to dedicate, 3, 4 years of his life for a superhero film like he does for the MCU,
He
because that's how
dedicates
that
three or
process.
4 years.
Yeah, it'd be like 3, 4 year development cycle for like some of these like Wakanda Forever and Black Panther. They take up some time, in a sense of like from first concept to finish edit. You know what I mean? Stuff begins long before they even cast.
Or he
So
could do a Blade situation where
yeah,
it takes a billion years.
yeah.
Speaking of speaking of Blade, don't you see how funny it is that we got a Black Wonder Man before we get Blade or Blue Marvel Man? That's what Marvel be on,
Uh-huh.
bro. We're getting a Black Wonder Man
Hmm.
before we actually get a Black Blade or a Black Blue Marvel.
Well, you know about the rumors about Ryan Coogler and Blade, right? With Sinners.
Well, ain't no rumors no more. The clothing for
Hmm.
Blade was used in Sinners. That means
Hmm.
that it was 1,000% a period piece. And
Right.
Sinners is probably a soft version of Blade without Blade. It's
Right.
everything,
So
yeah.
he took lemons and made lemonade, dude. Like that was, and it. What he said, it took like two. It took 2 months to shoot. Like it was a very quick project, very quick turnaround. With Sinners compared to something like a Black Panther. So I mean, we don't. If we can get situations like this where you say, "Oh, you don't want to do that," okay, well, let me see if I can reconfigure it for something original. I'm cool with that, man. I'm cool with it. If there's a Superman script that's laying somewhere and it's like, oh, this was supposed to be for Superman, but maybe I can use this for, I don't know, Blue Marvel or my own original character. I'll do it and let Warner Brothers produce
They
it.
they def absolutely. But you know what though? Why didn't the question is why didn't Marvel use Kugler? I'm pretty sure they asked him. Maybe Kugler turned it down.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Cougar was like, nah, man, Cougar talks without a tongue, right? Man, so pretty much, uh, yeah, I'm working on my new Black Panther, man, and I feel like creatively it's going to get in the way of, you feel me? You don't have no tongue yet,
Yeah,
huh? You don't
that's
have no
spot
tongue,
on, dude.
but that's that Oakland. You
Hmm.
know, people don't understand. People from California have an accent or a certain vernacular that they use when they speak. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. I think there's something with that. He doesn't want to touch it because I'm pretty sure within the last 4 years, man, Kevin done pulled him up on a Zoom call. Was like, yo,
Yeah.
what we need to do? He was like, nah, man, I'm
Yeah.
focusing on Chad. It's
Hmm.
all about Chad and what Chad means to me and the creative process. And Blade takes me to a dark place.
Blade to be to a dark place.
I don't want to go that dark. I don't know, man. It's just,
They had
it's
to call him.
weird.
They had to
They
call him at
had to
one
call him.
point, and he was smart. I think I would. I'll be honest with you. I'd rather get Sinners in the next Blade MCU movie. I'll be honest with you because he got a little bit more freedom to do what he want with the characters. It's original. It's
Oh, they're
new.
not gonna give him no freedom. They're not gonna give him no freedom in the Blade movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, they
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
they have said that they've I'm gonna say they've probably said if you do Blade, we want to put some agenda in there. We want to put some LGBTQ. We want his daughter. Like you can do whatever you want, but that has to be put into
Mm,
place because that's what the rumors are leaning towards.
right. Right. And Blade was going to be a secondary character, but look,
Like, it's gonna be a
here's
second
the
favorite.
thing. Well, there's this thing going on with movies, sort of like with comic books, right? We want original. We don't want legacy characters. Someone like films. We want original films. We don't. We're sick of the reboots and the sequels and whatnot. But guess what sells the most? Is the sequels, is the reboots, and everyone's like, we want original films, but those have been bombing.
Yep.
Sinners is like the most successful original film since Jaws. I think it overcame Jaws' box office record.
For like horror, yeah.
Right. So out of not having a Blade MCU film, we got one of the most the successful original film in the last 50 years. Out of that, I think it was worth it. It was a sacrifice. Blade. Wesley Snipes said there's only gonna be one Blade. We're gonna act like Sticky Fingers doesn't exist.
Yeah, stupid.
I think it's cool, man. I think it all worked out in the end, and we could still watch the Wesley Snipes films, man. It's cool. We got
All right,
sinners now.
let's jump into some of these comments. Somebody agrees with me and says no Black Lightning, please. Yes, no. Listen. I'm not saying Black Lightning is not a good character.
Yeah,
I never said that, but I'm just Black Lightning. I just it's not. I don't know,
it's
man.
Lightning Luke Cage, right? And he's just like,
It's
I don't
Lightning
need
Luke
it.
Cage,
Yeah.
and Black Lightning needs some. He has the best thing about Black Lightning is his name. Is his name. That name is so synonymous. It's so dope, and I think that's and I know people are love the show, but it didn't push sales for comics.
Right,
It did not push the sales for the comics. It did not make people walk around with Black Lightning t-shirts. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people are gonna hate this take, and I don't care. When Endgame came out, that was the stand. That was the bar of excellence when Endgame came out. Because after everything after Endgame, people been what? A review bombing. Oh, it's trash. Even if it was decent, it still wasn't Endgame, so it was trash. When it comes to black characters, black people, not white folks, black people have put Black Panther as the end game. If it ain't on that level, if the character ain't hitting like that, it's whack. And I think and that's not me. I don't think like that. I'm just telling y'all, when y'all get on here and y'all get on social media, y'all get on follow up behind the YouTubers. Y'all know the YouTubers I'm talking about. That's where the pinnacle of doing it right means. You have to be this character, and when it comes to Marvel, it's T'Challa, Storm, Blade, and Mouse. If you're not a part of that four, get in the back of the bus. You can work up to the level, but it's like we gatekeep just those characters. We don't celebrate. And I know and I know that certain characters got to get in line. You can't skip the line. Miles skipped the line because he's with Spider-Man in it, and he got lucky because Ironheart wasn't able to skip the line like that.
No.
She unfortunately for her, she wasn't. And I thought the show was entertaining. I hate the direction they went with her, of her being a villain, basically. And we can argue about that offline all day long, but I still think it was entertaining. So comment says, of course, they bring the atheist black guy that ran to a white woman after his wife died to the new DC universe. He must be talking about Power Girl because on the cover of Power Girl, hooked up with her. I mean,
none of that's mentioned in the movie, man. So we don't know we don't know his backstory.
He is atheist in the comics, which is wild because the Spectre even showed up.
Yeah,
who told him to become Mr. Terrific, and all through all that, you don't believe. At least be agnostic.
Especially in DC, where you got these literally gods among men characters, and you're like, there's
nowhere there's Jesus, above. Nowhere there's God, nowhere there's a higher power. But there's a lot of people that are super smart, but that lack wisdom, that lack a lot of wisdom. Like, yo, this, and you even got freaking Shazam running around here with the power gods. Come on, man. But you an atheist.
Yeah.
Somebody had an agenda. Somebody had a weird whack agenda. All right, everyone is saying Mr. Terrific is a standout, even non-black people. I love this characterization. If they don't nerf his intelligence like MCU nerfed T'Challa character. See? T'Challa coming back up. See that? See?
I don't think they nerfed
the comparison
him.
People make?
There's a comparison. I don't think they nerfed his intelligence. I think clearly it's him and Lex Luthor in that film that are like doing some mental trading off of moves. Yeah. So they needed Mr. Terrific to save the day. They couldn't have done without him.
Yeah. I'm just always leaning into the comment section. The comment section will tell you how to present your content. All right.
You can't do everything on film, yo. It's so hard. You're gonna dedicate screen pages to it's hard. You can't get a one. You never can get a 1-for-1 from comic to film. It's impossible. No, you can never do a 1-for-1, no matter how hard. It's impossible. So you got to pick an angle. You got to pick a lane, and then make that lane your own. You know.
We got like 15 more minutes, guys. Let me run through this. Why did they play the music so loud during Mr. Terrific fight scene? Only for him, they did that, which was annoying and frustrating.
No, no, no. They do that in Guardians of the Galaxy too. They play sounds for like certain action sequences. James Gunn's known for that. They did that in Black Adam with The Rock. It's a musical. It's a thing.
James
You get,
Gunn likes to rock out. I ain't gonna lie about
yeah,
that.
he likes to rock out. You put a kick ass song in the background while the character's kicking ass.
Well,
That's
let me ask
okay.
you something. Since Mrs. I haven't seen it. Mr. Terrific has that afro. Did they play something like the Spinners, the OJ? Because he got a
Yeah, he
1973
does.
afro, man.
He
God,
he does have a little bit of that old. He does have a little bit of that 70s. It's a little bit in there. It's not too over the top. That black
hey,
exploitation type. A
I'm
little
just
bit.
waiting. I'm just waiting for one of these casuals to say, "Man, well, it makes sense. Mr. Terrific was created in the 1970s." Like, bro, he was not, bro. He was created in
Hmm.
the late 90s. Stop it. Stop it. And I don't
Yeah,
have a problem with his afro because I'm not that invested in the character, but I
yeah.
but I want to grow an investment. I want to. My angle is always who can I have another Black Panther experience with? I don't just want to have one.
Hmm.
See, white folks don't. White folks have Superman experience, a Batman experience that is
Right.
way beyond what we've been. They've had a Wonder Woman experience.
Mm.
They have their Flash experience. They have their Hawkman. They can have multiple, but we're only allowed to, even in our own community. I mean, go make a post about Nubia. Oh well, what about Storm? You know what I'm saying? It's
Hmm.
always gonna revert back to just the
Yeah.
main four, main three characters versus us being able to branch out.
But you gotta remember
Um,
too. I mean, Black Panther got a lot of momentum being in the Civil War movie. He didn't just come out with his first film and be like,
no,
"Oh, we
no,
just jumped right into it."
2016.
Yeah,
Right, right.
2016 Civil War was a great introduction. Now they got a
Yeah.
great introduction, Mr. Terrific. Let's see where it goes. We got a little hope, y'all, folk. You know what I mean? You got to give a little hope. You got to give a little hope. You
So
know.
Mr. Rivers, somebody said Mr. Rivers is the most intelligent hero in a DC in DC period. He's the most intelligent hero. Perhaps. I mean, it's be a hard argument. It's a hard. I mean, people love to say he's not the smartest one because you have like Cyborg, who technically can access
Is.
data quicker. He'll pass the ACT. He'll leave. He'll walk out of the ACT quicker
Hmm.
than Mr. Terrific will.
But
Yeah,
Cyborg need to be with the Teen Titans for anyone to carry all.
but
Like
he also has. He's also hooked up to a computer.
computer.
You're not gonna. I mean, can Mr. Terrific beat AI? Sure, but at as fast as a human possible.
That's a
But come on,
storyline
man.
right there. Terrific and Cyborg.
And people will say Cyborg doesn't count because he's a machine. But I will give Mr. I will grant him this quote by saying the smartest hero. I think he's even smarter than Batman. Given Batman's resume of how he's been written, he's taken a
Hmm.
lot of L's where an average person could have got out of simply because he did not use his intelligence.
Yeah. The
Um,
last Batman movie, the Batman couldn't solve the Riddler's stuff in
yeah.
time anyway. He failed. So
Mr.
yeah.
Mr. Terrific takes me as one that the Riddler would set up all these elaborate things. Mr. Terrific would play like he can't figure none of them out, but then at
Right.
the end he'll have his T spheres like do something in the background, and then at the end it's like it's a twist where
Hmm.
he already knew he was there watching him while he was setting up the traps months ago. So that's how far ahead I think Mr. Terrific would be. Let's see. Mr. Terrific was a smart and calculated, not dumb. Good performance. I knew nothing about Mr. Terrific until his movie. I'm officially a fan.
Fan, look at that.
Uh,
Now I want to see more. Yeah. Yeah.
Only his fight scenes were the loudest, but not the others. Wasn't music, but the volume of it. That's all. Doom Patrol Cyborg is the best version. I mean, my thing is there's fandom and there's temporary fandom. In a
Hmm.
month from now, are people still are listen, when Chadwick Boseman died, oh my God, there was this even more post about Black Panther, his legacy needs to live on. Are we gonna be saying this after this movie? No, we're probably not. That's why we need a follow-up so people can beg for more. So people can go
Hmm.
and buy some more merch. I'm hoping to see Mr. Terrific get with the JSA. I don't want him to have his own solo show. I want him to show him the leader because he is the leader of the JSA. Or
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want the Terrifics, but that's probably going to be the easiest route. But I want to do the JSA because I think they have better characters. I want to see Jakeem Thunder and I want to see Crimson Avenger in there because those are some really, really good
Yeah,
characters.
I could see the Justice Gang like a spin-off movie with Green Lantern and Hawk Girl, and they recruit a couple more heroes. I can kind of see that they got some seeds they planted. James Gunn did a good job of like, this is not just a commercial for the next 10 years of films. Like, he made something solid. Oh, got a lot of
Oh,
reverb
my
there.
bad.
Echo. Okay, there we go. Yeah, he made a solid film where he planted seeds, but he also made a standalone kind of film where everyone can get a little something from it. So don't be surprised, man. Hey, Green Lantern's up next. John Stewart. That's the next thing for DC.
I sure hope so, man, because we need something else, man. That's all.
Yeah,
Just need something else.
and it's good to have competition. The MCU just has no competition. They ain't gotta try as hard. They can kind of just 9 to 5 it. You know what I'm saying? They can kind of check out, do the film, release it, move on. So DC needs to come back strong. Get some fire in the Marvel's button, and they can get
They need
because
some
some fire,
competition,
man.
man.
I mean,
They
Civil
need
War. The
some.
only reason they released it, the only reason why they did that was because Batman versus Superman. Like, they literally like, we're coming for the jugular. Now we're gonna put Iron Man in our film. We're gonna release it the same summer as Batman versus Superman. Let's go. And we saw the
Yeah,
results. Yeah.
this is one of the characters that's on the JSA, who Mister Terrific leads. I'd actually love to see him
So I
on
can
that.
see Coogler doing something with him. Since Static is unavailable, they can probably do Jakeem Thunder, and I can see Coogler do something with this character as like the replacement of legally not wanting to do or can't
You
do
know what?
Static.
That's a good point. That's a really good
Yep,
point. And I
just replace
think
the character.
I think as unpopular as this character is, because nobody's ever heard of him, unfortunately, in our community, we don't have. I
Hmm.
just feel like we just don't have the people that really do. We don't, and our no, there's always been unfortunately the sad running joke that Marvel, I mean DC doesn't care about black characters. They never do anything with them. They actually do a lot, but unfortunately we don't. It's always we're missing when they actually do something. Um,
Well, you
but
forget,
yeah,
man,
you're
a
right. This
cartoon, a
character,
cartoon and a movie can turn things around, man. Like,
yeah,
okay, they're not popular. It's an unknown character in print, but you put that film out and it hits. Now he's popular, or she's
this is
popular.
this is the character that I think is the dopest one on one of Mr. teams that he lead, Crimson Avenger. I've
Mm.
always pushed because here's the thing: she can't die, and her gun. She's basically Ghost Rider. If you're around her and you've committed a crime that's like behind closed doors, her guns will force her up out of her chair, and she will come after you. And her guns even hurt Kryptonians. Like it's like she's got these mystic guns. She's on the
Shoot,
JSA.
I
Yeah, I
I can see
mean,
Coogler doing this too with the horror experience he just got with Sinners, combining
oh
horror
man,
and action together with
bro.
this character. I can see Coogler doing this as well, and they don't have a black female character like that yet so far. It's been a
But
sausage fest, so they
you're
can change it
gonna
up.
you're gonna have a bunch of men cry, but you're also gonna have a bunch of black men cry because it's not Vixen. And they're gonna say, "Why y'all gonna get this obscure character that nobody cares about?" And see, we'll get hit with but it depends. Now, if they cast a attractive, dark skinned
Mm.
woman, you ain't gonna hear too much from black men.
We
They'll
we cap
accept
we
that.
capping for Vixen like that.
We capping for Vixen like that,
Okay. I
and
didn't
I
know Vixen
think
had a fan base like that.
Vixen has a fan base, but I think it could be stronger. But when it comes to beautiful, attractive black women, you already know what happens. The who sucks all the air out of the room. We can't have multiple attractive black women that we all like. Oh yeah, we need this, we need that. We can't do it. When you talk about Vixen, people say, "Nah, Storm's better." That's what happens. That's what happens, bro. Storm and T'Challa needs to be together. You
Yeah.
can't just have, man, Vixen is dope. Let's just do something with Vixen.
Who
I
do you think
think
is stronger
Vixen.
fan base, Vixen or Nubia?
Oh, or Vixen or Nubia,
Yeah.
because Nubia is more associated with Wonder Woman. And Wonder Woman, that's whiteness, that she's an A-list, her logo is recognized across the globe.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people don't even know who Nubia is. They just think it's just a black version of Wonder Woman. They just call her Wonder Woman. They don't. A
Mm.
lot of people don't even call her Nubia. They just call her Wonder Woman because they don't know about Nubia, her being Wonder Woman's sister.
Right.
But I
Right.
think I think this would definitely be a good route to go. I don't think you could just put Jaquez, Crimson Avenger, and Mr. Terrific in a TV show and run it. You're gonna have to put him in a JSA. But I don't know how well Coogler can do a big fat team base where Mr. Terrific is literally the token black guy on that team. Even though he's a leader, but he's literally the only black guy on that team if
Yeah.
you don't add them. And a lot of times when Jakeem Thunder would show up, Mr. Terrific wouldn't even be there. Like
Ah. Okay.
they would only rotate one or two of them at a time. They
Mm.
wouldn't have all three of them in there at a time.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
another trip.
I like to see Coogler attempt a team, like a team up movie, Avenger style or Justice League style. I think that'd be interesting to see what kind of dynamics how would he float characters and have character interactions? Because I mean, I think he's good with that, but actually having solo not respectable, like solo legacy kind of characters who have rich histories on print. I think that'd be interesting, man. I think Gunn, if he were like, you can't go wrong with Coogler either way. If you get him to sign him for a project, that's good.
I'm
You
gonna
know what
be
I mean?
honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna close on this because I gotta get out of here.
Well, the recasters are angry about Coogler getting any kind of job, so.
Well, Jakeem was a supporting character in the Stargirl series. The female Dr. Mineral was also in the series. Bumblebee and Miles should have their own DC project. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Mal and Bumblebee they don't even have fans in our community like that. When we talk, and they've been married since 1982 and ain't never broken up. They got a whole kid, and Bumblebee is the first black female superhero for DC Comics because Nubia started off as a
Who are
villain.
you talking about?
I'm talking about somebody just said, so Gino France said Bumblebee and Miles should have their own DC project.
Never
I,
heard of
that,
them. They don't matter. Never heard of them. They
nah,
don't
nah,
matter.
nah, nah, nah. You're just not. There's no fans. There's no fans for them, unfortunately. Yeah, but Bumblebee is popular. Mal Duncan is not, and Mal Duncan is DC's first black superhero. And while T'Challa is the first over at Marvel, the same love isn't presented for Mal because he started off funny, right? He didn't have any
Yeah.
superpowers, and he was just on the Teen Titans team, and it was just they almost treated him like a janitor, the token black guy that
He
you stay
was
back, you know,
he was talking to
no,
basically.
no. We don't want your shirt, your shoes to get dirty, man. It was just that the weird dynamics, but he still holds that title. He still should have that
Mm-hmm.
respect, but he's not going to get it.
Nope.
And as far as Mal and Bumblebee, like they just had a whole comic book with them in the Teen Titans. Nobody talked about it. So that's not an investment worth taking because they don't. You have to have some type of brand recognition. And unfortunately, Mr. Terrific is a legacy character. It was a white dude back in the 40s who had it first. But you got to have brand recognition for a lot
I
of these
did,
characters to keep
did
them.
I don't know. Ant-Man didn't have brand recognition. The
Ant-Man did.
Eternals. Ant-Man
No,
had brand
no.
recognition.
Ant-Man had, bro, keep in mind,
Woohoo!
outside of black folks, white folks love Ant-Man. Keep in mind, Ant-Man was the
Come
first,
on
one of the
now.
first. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I know you're talking about mega church movies, but in the comic book world,
Mm-hmm.
Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyke, they were one of the first two Avengers. They're like staples. When it comes to the Avengers, they're like staples. Now, fast forward to 2008 when Tony Stark and Robert Downey Jr., people kind of put them to the side. But even the old Avengers cartoons from the early 2000s, the Ultimate Avengers, they was in there.
I mean, it was Ant-Man's pushing units. He's selling like
Yes.
Batman, Superman, comic book. He's selling like
No,
Batman,
man, but come
Superman.
on, man. Shoot. What other characters is pushing like Batman and Superman? Nobody. They're the giants. They're the two top in comics. They're always gonna have a book. They're always gonna be the kings of the hill.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, comic sales doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, like you said, you always said they made a talking raccoon a worldwide phenomenon, right? Guardians, the Eternals, Ant-Man. Like they got I
Wow. Hold on.
Shang-Chi got a movie.
Hold
Come
on.
on now.
Somebody just said Icon needs name his name win trilogy movies. I don't know what that
Hmm.
means. Ain't no bro. Icon is trilogy movies? Boy, that's like in another universe. Milestone, yeah, that ain't I mean that'll be nice.
We're gonna get Hancock too before we ever get an
We'll
Icon
get a
film.
Hancock 2 and 3 before we get an
And
Icon movie.
three. Yeah.
We just got an Icon action figure. Two of them actually. But and that took over that took 33 years. My first was a different character. Wrong. Okay, Ant-Man was never popular in comics. Yeah, actually he was. What the heck? See, these are the people that don't understand the history of the Avengers, bro. These are people that's coming straight from the movies. If you look at Ant-Man, we're not talking about the second Ant-Man. We're talking about Hank
uh-huh.
Pym, the original
Hank Pym, the
Ant-Man.
original Iron Man. Yeah.
Yeah, that motherfucker got dumb figures, dumb Funko
Uh-huh.
Pops, and dumb runs. What is he talking? Okay, I'm gonna move on, bro.
All
Let's move
right.
on.
I mean,
Let's move on.
I feel like he's got like that Plastic Man energy. Oh, I love Plastic Man. Everyone loves Plastic Man. Like the public don't even know about Plastic Man,
bro,
bro.
bro, if you as a casual though, go to a comic book group on Facebook and ask, what do y'all think about Ant-Man? Or just go look, just type in Ant-Man and you're gonna see. Go to X right now and type in Ant-Man. Comics. You're gonna see a ton of posts. As a matter of fact, you're gonna see more posts about Ant-Man, the
Mm-hmm.
original Ant-Man, Hank Pym, than you're gonna see about T'Challa on X. Because T'Challa's more so a black character, hyper fantasy. He doesn't have that appeal through across the board. Hank Pym, because there's more white folks out there, he's got more of the hyper fantasy. Oh, I'm a rich guy. He's got money. I can get. I'm basically Giant Man. No, 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 no. I totally disagree with that. People look at the Hank. People look at the Giant Man. I'm sorry, the Ant Man from the movies, which is lame as hell. That's not the same one. That was the second version. I'm talking about the original OG Ant Man. That's the guy.
Yeah, the abuser.
Yeah.
Yeah. The abuser one. Yeah, Hank Pym. Who abused the wasp, him.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Heck
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
that's his most central story. He's like
That's
this.
like that's one of his bigger stories. And then he became Yellow Jacket and
Okay, yeah,
terrorized the hell
yeah,
out of
yeah.
the Avengers. And then he got arrested. And it's a lot of stuff with him. You know. But listen, we got to get out of here. I know we can't leave without saying Blue Marvel needs his own movie too. The problem is y'all let Blue Marvel run to Ollie's. Y'all let his action figure make it Ollie's. So y'all showing Marvel he don't matter so
Mm,
much.
mm,
And
mm,
then when his
mm.
comic came out, it got canceled. We had Kevin Greavy on here. It was supposed to be 6 issues. It only went 5. The world just in the last 5 years, 6, 7 years, like, oh, Blue Marvel's a cool character. But when he came out, like in 08, 2008, like nobody cared. So it's like it's I think it's a little too late for Blue Marvel. I think he'll be the black OP character when they need it in the comic books. I don't see him coming anytime soon on the big screen. And I don't think they're gonna do him right because they didn't even do Kevin Greavy right. So,
They can't.
anyways,
The MC can't get anything right now, right? To be honest, but yeah, maybe the Marvels Part 3. Who knows? Y'all start buying it right now off spec.
yeah. So somebody said if Hank Pym was really that popular in comics, they wouldn't keep changing his superhero identity. I mean, hell, Spider-Man changed his identity for a while in the '90s. He was Ricochet. He was Dusk. He was Prodigy.
Yeah,
So I mean,
it was a fun
That's not a
gimmick.
solid. And that's not a solid argument. Here's the thing: a lot of times in black fandom, we tend to see certain characters and we say, okay, that's A list. But then when we step outside of our four walls into pop culture, outside of black, type in it, go anywhere with Ant Man, not the new,
Hmm.
not the new Ant Man. I'm talking about the first Ant Man, Hank Pym. Historically, since 1962, all the way up, even through the 80s and even in the 90s, he was very popular. Was he A list? No, but he was B list. He was just as popular as freaking Iron Man was, or probably even more popular. And he's always been a regular in these movies. Um, so yeah, man,
Yeah,
I'm
and
not. Listen,
these things change too. I mean, the
things change.
Avengers were they
T'Challa
were B
wasn't
team.
popular.
They were B
T'Challa
list in the
wasn't popular
'90s.
in the
Yeah,
70s. T'Challa wasn't popular until the Priest run. I can
yeah,
make an argument and say, well, his book got canceled. If he was popular, but that's a bad argument. So things go up and down. Today, Ant-Man is not the giant he was 10, 20 years ago. Hell no. T'Challa wasn't what he was 5 years ago.
Mm.
You know, he still got A-list popularity in the black community, which is great. But if you go back 20 years ago, hell no.
No,
But
no.
things evolve, things change. This is the way it is. I got to get out of here. It's 10 o'clock late for my appointment. But I appreciate you guys for stopping by. We'll see what happens with Mr. Terrific. Recast T'Challa. Give Mr. Terrific his own series. And let's go from there.
All right, we out. Peace, y'all.
Peace.